So chess was kind of like, inherited in my family, I guess.
Here we go.
So
here we go, guys.
Chess was my sport to play for all the years. Although I could have been, destroying people on the football field with all 120 pounds for a lot of my life. I kind of stuck to chess. You know what I'm saying? I might have, let's say, exaggerated my height a little bit earlier.
Just a little bit, just a tiny bit.
I might have said that I'm like 6'10", but for majority of my life, I might have been a foot or a foot and a half shorter than that. So chess was my sport. I didn't have the gifted hands to catch anything really. But I played chess and I was
so
decent to okay.
So my question would be like, so what do you define as a sport, and how does chess match up to be a sport for you?
Okay, I think a sport could be defined as something that challenges you physically or mentally, and it could be a competitive sport or game. Yes, I think that could be a good definition of sport. I think that's a nice inclusive definition of a sport.
Yeah, because
there's levels to sports, is what I'm going to say.
True, because there's also esports, right? So there's also like people that play professional, like Call of Duty and League of Legends, right? And because I'm so invested in nerd culture, I kind of like the idea. I like gaming, so I like the idea of like the professional gaming thing. And like they really got whole personal trainers, and they really got performance athletes and like coaches that go to they got nutritionists and everything, so they really take it super uber seriously, like Mountain Dew. That's the nutrition. That's like how if you go to like the Olympic Games, you'll see like McDonald's as like a sponsor. Yeah. It's like the Olympic athletes ain't eating McDonald's to like fuel them, but like they'll still have the sponsor. So Mountain Dew or like Red Bull or like some of these energy drinks will be sponsors for these esports athletes, right? But they will not take it. They won't, if they really want to be performing their best and be thinking cognitively what they need to be doing and strategically, they can't be like fueling on these super uber sugary drinks and fast food and stuff. So it's just that they get sponsored by it, and it's very interesting when you observe like the marketing of these athletes versus it's way more, it's for the consumer of these athletes, not necessarily for the athletes themselves. Like these athletes aren't going to be eating Burger King and McDonald's or drinking Red Bull before they get into their workout or just before they're about to a race or do any type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you saying.
Yeah.
So I guess I think esport, like okay. So someone playing NBA 2K, like I think there's levels to a sport. I think, is that fair to say?
Is there levels to a sport?
The complexity of a sport, the physical drain of a sport, the mental drain of a sport. I feel like there's levels to that.
Yeah, because like how I've been thinking about sports has varied and changed as I gotten older and as I got more exposed to things. Like I learned, like I think a couple of weeks ago from watching a video that some of the highest level chess players will burn like 6,000 calories in a day of just playing chess. It's because their brain is it's moving so actively or processing so much information. They'll burn so much calories just from the brain activity. And so it's like you think about sports I guess we traditionally think about sports in terms of the physicality of it, but there's also a level of just because someone is physically capable of just because someone's super physically capable of doing football, right? There's also a level of strategy and tactics that an individual player has to implement. So there is a balance between physicality and cognitive capacity that any individual player in a sport or a game has to be able to implement, right?
Just to give y'all some chess facts, so the highest tournament of chess I played in my chess, I guess, career was the Nationals chess tournament, like the American Nationals, and it's like 7 games across a weekend. So it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, there are 2 games.
Okay.
Each game could be up to 4 hours long. So I would have 2 hours on my side, or my opponent would have 2 hours on their side. So once I get to 0, I could lose on time. You know what I'm saying? So it could be up to 4 hours. Sometimes there's like fancy clocks. So like whenever you hit the clock, you get extra 5 seconds. So you might not ever run out of time, but you have to play really fast to do that. And so Friday, there's 2 games. Saturday, there's 3 games. Sunday, there's 2 extra games. So it could be on Saturday, 12 hours of chess.
12 hours of sitting in a chair, just looking your opponent in the eye for 12 hours, just thinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thinking about their moves, thinking about your standing in the tournament, like how's your teammates doing, do you really need to win this game? Know what I'm saying? Well, of course, every game you want to win, know what I'm saying? But like sometimes, depending on where your standing is, you might like really need to win that game. You might play against the team that's like in second place, like you're tied. So if you win, that's double the points. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So chess tournaments could get really intense. I know it sounds crazy, like y'all are sitting at a board, but no. Can you imagine sitting anywhere for 4 hours long?
Yeah, because the SATs or like state exams be low-key stressful. It's like I don't think you're sitting there sweating, like dripping sweat and everything, but it'd be stressful.
Yes, but in a chess tournament, it's like the SAT is fighting against you. Know what I'm saying? Like the SAT is kind of you're the opponent of the SAT, but in chess, like there's a whole other person that might be better than you, might be worse than you, or y'all might be equivalent. You know what I'm saying? And it's an uphill battle at times, or you might be winning and then you blunder and then you down a queen, then you gotta have poker face and act like you did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because if you lose a queen and you're like,
right. Then your opponent's like, oh, he fucked up. I got him. It's over for him.
Exactly. So you might just lose a queen and make it look like, yeah, that was part of my plan. But in your head, you're like, oh crap.
Right.
One of my favorite chess memories, just to show you how stressful or the tacticalness about chess. I think I was in like 3rd grade or so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at some national chess tournament and I'm playing some kid. I believe I am playing black, so I move second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the kid moves and I sit there. 10 minutes go by. I see the kid start, shaking.
Wait, what level? What level is this? What level we at?
I think I'm playing grade nationals, so you're playing people only in your grade. So they could be like a very beginner to Einstein. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But just people in your grade. So 10 minutes go by. He's sitting there. 15 minutes, he starts scratching, and I'm just sitting there watching him. I'm watching the board, watching him. 20 minutes go by, he gets up, goes to the bathroom, comes back. I'm still just sitting there.
So wait, 20 minutes have gone by, you haven't made a move. Is it because you don't know what move to make, or is it because you know exactly what move you want to make, but you just want to like get him frustrated?
It's more the second thing. I can see how frustrated he's getting. I have 2 hours of my time to use however I see fit. We're both 3rd grade, so we're impatient kids, or we should be. But I see this kid like mentally start falling apart. You know what I'm saying? He called the tournament director over. He's not moving. That tournament director's like, yo, I can't do anything about that. Like, he's not.
So you're mean to tell me 3rd grade you, before the age of 11, 3rd grade you is out here using deceptive tactics like this?
I'm using strategy, a strategic game. what's the problem here? So it must have been like 40 minutes go by, but I haven't moved. The kid by this point is breaking down, crying. He's upset, he's frustrated, and then I move, and then I beat the kid. You know what I'm saying? Because by that point, he's not even thinking about the game. He just wants to get out of here because this lunatic kid that's took 40 minutes to play the first move, and his whole strategy is gone and everything like that. I beat the kid. That is not a strategy you should employ later on in chess, because you sit there 40 minutes. That could be 40 minutes that you could have needed later on in the game.
Right.
The right age where that pre-strategy help me out. It helped me win.
Yeah. Oh, doctor, you froze a little bit. Like your audio's good, but your video. Okay, you're good. You're good now.
Okay. So like chess is mentally taxing, but sitting there for 4 hours not really eating because and you don't want to eat. Imagine you bring a cheeseburger with pizza and everything like that, and you gotta sit there. Now you got the bubble guts. You're running back and forth to it's weird. It's weird. You gotta eat like an apple or a banana, and it's be good for the round.
Yeah, because
so there's a physicalness to it. There's a mentalness to it, and like you just get tired after a 4-hour game or 2 4-hour games. The whole Friday of 4-hour games, then you gotta wake up 10 a.m., 8 a.m. to play the next 4-hour game. That's mentally and physically draining.
All right, guys. So you got his dissertation on why chess is a sport. Let us know in the comment section down below if you agree.
It should be added to this tier list.
Yeah,
I put that as a triple F class, but details.
Debatable, but
It's gonna hate. Now I don't know if checkers could be considered a sport. I feel like checkers ain't that intense. I don't know if Connect Four, tic-tac-toe. Maybe Uno. I could.
Uno be. I will say we have been in games where people have gotten physical, but I've been in some Uno games where people have gotten physical, and it's like it'd be dangerous like a sport.
So danger has to be in the thing for it to be a sport?
Would you watch a sport if there was no level of risk or danger with it?
I think the level of risk or danger makes it go higher on this tier list. But I guess we'll figure out when we start talking about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's get right into it. So you see what I'm seeing, Doctor?